Day one's in the book. Carolina Panthers training camp. Here's everything you need to know. Hey everybody, it's your man the Big Cat here. This is 1995 The Roar, channel by a fan, for the fans, restoring the roar, okay? If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's get this thing rolling again. We're finally here. Today we're going to talk about the Carolina Panthers day one of training camp. If you missed out, here's what you need to know, all right? Let's take it over to our first segment, the first roar. All right, on today's first roar, we're here to talk about the Carolina Panthers training camp day one. We got guys flying around. We got a near scare when it comes to Bryce Young. We also got offensive production, and we got a word from the coach. Carolina Panthers head coach Dave Canales said the defense on day one of training camp. Here's exactly what he had to say. He said the defense was hard to go against today. Just communication, lining up properly, attacking the ball. So a really good day there. Defense made it hard to throw the ball down the field, which is good. It's what we expected. All-pro cornerback J.C. Horn followed up with the same sentiments that his head coach had to say when it came to day one. He said, anytime you attach to the defense that is ranked 32nd overall, you got to take it personal. Even when we're out here having fun, trash talking last year was last year. We still on the wrong side of history. We got to have that in the back of our minds. Prep the right way so we can come back this year and put some good stuff on tape. So ultimately, man, it looks like the defense had a good showing here. This is actually encouraging, right? Offensively, I think we have seen some highs, definitely seen a lot of lows, but the main thing was this defense coming up a step, okay? So, we were able to help out by bringing in Nick Scorton, Precy Manley. We bring in Bobby Brown to help out against the nose position. And then you got other guys as well, Trayshawn Wharton, and Derek Brown is coming back healthy. Although we released Jossie Jewell, you still got linebackers back there, Trevion Wallace, and many more. So, day one is a good sign. I don't want to take anything out of context. I don't want to blow anything out of proportion. It's good to hear people flying around. I heard there was some plays made, interceptions, strip sacks, stuff of that nature. But it's only day one, right? A lot of these guys, they got a lot of pent-up energy. They're excited to be back on the football field to kind of make an impression on the coach and get back into the swing of things, right? It's really a game of attrition, okay? So you want to practice, be safe, be smart, don't hurt anybody, don't hurt yourself. But to hear the energy, in good old Carolina heat, which is probably reaching upward of 90, was, just as hot as the outside environment. That's amazing. That's very encouraging, man, okay? Because I think if we're going to go anywhere this year, defense is going to probably have to match or exceed the output of this offense. Now, on the flip side of the ball, wasn't so much of a bright day when it came to the offense. If you look on your screen here, according to ESPN, they say Bryce Young picked up right where he left off from in terms of taking charge of the offense. He made some mistakes. He began team drills with an interception by safety Demani Richardson. He also ended practice with a strip sack. Just to follow up with a little injury report here, Dave Canales said Tommy Tremble won't be back to practice in about 2 weeks, but he didn't rule out possibly 4 weeks. He also said DJ Wanham is slowly ramping up for practice and what he calls a couple of little things. Now, shout out to those guys. When it comes to this offense, Bryce Young doing Bryce Young things, again, taking charge of the huddle, commands. Day one, you're seeing turnovers, okay? Look, I don't want to hit the panic button, okay? I'm trying to be fair. I want to be level-headed about this. You're throwing an interception to Demani Richardson, probably a guy who's not even going to be on this roster, or maybe even NFL, period. Can I say I'm concerned? Yeah, my reservation about Bryce Young doesn't change. Whether he goes out there throw 10 for 10, whether he goes out there and, those 2 or 3 interceptions in a row. After all, you do want to see a level of growth when it comes to ball placement, things of that nature, but I don't want to blow it out of context, right? So I can literally trash the guy for the next, 5-10 minutes, but I don't want to do that, man. You know what I mean? What do you expect out of him? Hey, look, you got T-Mac, he looked good today. He had a one-handed catch doing some drills, showed off those big mitts he had. And you also had Hunter Renfrow who made a diving catch, right? So he has some weapons, and the offense made some strides today, but not as nearly as strides that the defense made. Bryce is Bryce, y'all, at this point. I don't know what else to say to you guys. I'm not going to sit here and pander to you because you're emotionally tied to Bryce. The concerns of Bryce are still the concerns of Bryce that I had. Who is he? I said this earlier. Is he the guy at the end of the season, 10 touchdowns against 0 turnovers? Or is he the guy at the beginning of the season with 6 interceptions in 4 games? And for him to start the training camp off with this kind of performance, I'm already on edge with it, right? I don't want to blow out of proportion. If he's going to make mistakes, let him make it now. You know what I mean? So obviously they have been out of football for a while, as far as literally going live here. They're not in pads or nothing, but a live full practice, right? So it is what it is. I don't really have much to say about it. Hey, dog, best of luck. Better get them interceptions out the way now. Come week 1, I don't want to hear it. But I'm not going to panic. But I'm kind of like, okay. That's where I'm at with it. Okay. If you want to say, man, you blow this out of proportion, okay, all right. Ain't got much to say about it. Last but not least, I'll wrap it up with this real quick hitter. Precy Manley, the defensive end from Ole Miss. He ended practice with a pass rush that ended up strip sacking Bryce Young. As Bryce Young was getting ready to throw, he hit the quarterback's arm, causing him to fumble. And Coach Canales wasn't too happy about that. He says, and I quote, "It was a great rush, just really came tight around the corner, and he ended up nicking Bryce Young's arm. The ball came out, but that's not really what we want to see. I want to see the first part, though, just have great bend, great flexibility, great power he has in his rushes. Even some veteran guys came up after practice and said, hey, don't back off of that. Just be smart at the top, kid. We got to take care of each other at the moment." All right. Shout out to Precy Manley. Seems like you're doing God's work. Oh, no, I'm playing. Look, man. Yeah, man, you got to be smart, right? Okay, it's training camp. Whether you like Bryce or you don't like Bryce, you don't want the kid to get hurt, right? If you guys don't know, when you got that ball in your... Where's the ball? I got a ball around here somewhere. Y'all. Hold on. Well, I have. But when you got that ball in your hand, if you're trying to throw that thing forward and they pull that thing back, you can literally... We seen, I think, Joe Burrow tear the ligament in his thumb. You can mess your elbow up, you know what I mean? Your wrist, all that kind of stuff. So it comes with the territory, So you don't want to do that in training camp, But I write it off to a level of excitement. Want to get out there and prove your point, right? You're taking the second round. I want to show myself and really prove myself. And although I don't think he intentionally did it, you know what I mean? I honestly think it was an accident, right? But you got to be smart. You're going to be unemployed. You do that again. Okay. Be smart. Your time will come for when you're going to do that against real quarterbacks, right? But I seen some of the fans on Twitter. I looked at their initial reaction to the play. And, some people were threatening the guy. You know what I mean? Bryce lovers were overly threatening him. Keep your hand off my quarterback, scumbag. I seen something like that. And I feel bad for him, for people like that. Look, man, as bad as I want Bryce to succeed, or the Carolina Panthers to succeed, I'm not going out of my way to call somebody a scumbag because they made a mistake. You fans need to calm down, right? If you're a full-fledged Bryce supporter, fine, you can be that. But do it with decorum, right? Support your quarterback. But also, this is a team game, right? Panthers, Carolina Panthers. They don't say Bryce Young Panthers, right? So no disrespect to either or, but it's a mistake. And I do agree with Canales. You can't have that happen. You know what I mean? And we gotta keep him healthy for the season. So, and it's good to know that he has that kind of bend. You know what I mean? I want to know who was blocking him. They didn't say who was blocking, but I'm pretty sure it was probably a backup. If it wasn't a backup, God help us. That's all I got for you for day 1 of training camp. This is your boy Big Cat 1995, The Roar. Channel for the fans. by a fan. All right, restoring the roar. Get in the comment section. Follow me on TikTok. We growing over there. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Follow me across my old social media, man. Get in the comment section. What is your biggest takeaway about today? How do you feel about the turnovers? How do you feel about the strip sack? What do you think about this offense? T-Mac showing off those big hands. Hunter Renfrow coming up in the clutch. And about the guys who are in the injury tub, all right? All right, keep pounding. Pause up. 95ers. Raw!